Hey guys, welcome back to the Journey of Principles. I'm Steven Scoggins. In this video, we're going to answer one of the biggest questions we get, and that's how to punch fear and overwhelm right smack dab in the face. So if you want to eliminate fear, eliminate feeling overwhelmed, today's the day. Stay tuned. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about helping you go from stuck to unstoppable in every single area of your life, your relationships, your finances, your fitness, and more. You know, one of the questions we most often get is, how do I stop feeling so overwhelmed in my life? You see, I myself went through an extended season of this feeling for way too long. That was until I finally got clear on what being overwhelmed really is and how to adjust it. You see, being overwhelmed is simply what happens when you try to complete all tasks, objectives, and communication at the same time, or you try to control the uncontrollable. I personally managed to beat my personal feelings of being overwhelmed by following these 3 easy steps. Empty your brain. Get everything out of your head on paper as quickly as possible. You'll be surprised at how freeing this one step alone will be. The reason it helps so much is because your brain will not have to ask, what am I missing so often? Which is freeing it up to actually be creative and actually develop a strategy to actually get it completed. All right, second, prioritize and bucket. Take all the tasks, thoughts, and responsibilities and separate them by the areas of your life, such as financial life, professional life, relational life, and even your physical life. Again, if you haven't seen it yet, go back and check out the 8 pillars of life. Because when you go to start bucketing this stuff, you're really going to want to know where to put the bucket. When you bucket stuff, it'll allow you to separate your list into big items down to much smaller bite-sized items. That way, you can actually work on getting the task done. Part of feeling overwhelmed comes from trying to do low priority items alongside high priority items. As you can probably figure out, you can't do both at one time. You got to have focused intentionality at all times. In order to do that and help keep you on track, here's how I personally prioritize my actions and my time. I actually have 5 levels of priority. The first one is urgent priority. These are things that need to be done today. Like, this is what I've got to knock out to make sure I get something done and feel like I've actually accomplished something. The next one is called high priority. This needs to be done within like the next 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. But it doesn't have to be done today, but it is important. The next one is moderate priority. This needs to be done within a week, right? Give yourself a little gray area. So when you have downtime, you go ahead and knock it out. If you don't have downtime, you get to the place where you do, and then you knock it out. Another one, low priority. This needs to be done within like a month, right? So I need to plan a trip that my wife and I are gonna have in like 6 months. I don't need to do that right this very second. Instead, I need to focus today on writing the next chapter in the Transform You book to give people what they need most. All right, the final one is what I call the spring cleaning bucket. And it's a little new to some because, I don't know, I kind of invented the term. A spring cleaning item is something that you want to do, but maybe you don't have immediate time to do. It's not really urgent. It's not really important. It's just something you want to do. For example, maybe you actually need to do spring cleaning in your house, right? That might be something you can't jump on right away when you're actually trying to build a business or master your career or build a life plan that works. The third thing that you must do after you've done all the bucketing and you've prioritized is you need to eat the elephant one bite at a time. And that's an old saying. Now, I'm not advocating for 1 minute that you should start eating elephants. But what I am saying is once you've got your list, you got your priorities, and you got your timeline, it's time to take action. And not do it all at once, but in accordance with the priorities that you've already listed out, right? You'll advance on knocking these giants down one at a time with consistent bite-sized steps and daily actions. You'll also find out that this is the most simplest way for you to bucket your needs. And not only will it be freeing, but you'll also be twice as productive as you ever thought possible. That's how I recommend people punch fear and overwhelm in the face and start living a life that's confident and with consistent progress. So that's about all the time we have for today's video. Hopefully we gave you something that you can use to actually get traction today and move you forward. Make sure you come to the next video because I'll be teaching you a brand new lesson soon. Take care. That's about all the time we have for today's video. Hopefully we gave you what you needed to start the process of turning your overwhelm into confidence. But I highly recommend you also check out our whiteboard lessons where we go into detail, and I do my best to teach you the 8 pillars of life. Our solution for breaking down your life into separate areas can be an incredible way to keep you moving forward. This can also be a fabulous tool for defeating overwhelm in full. And if you're really serious and you want to kickstart your growth, we've also put together a full Life Mastery 101 playlist here on YouTube. So I invite you to check that out as well.